What's going on, guys? Today I'm gonna be letting you know my favorite lens. This bad boy right here, the Canon 85-1.2. Like, look at this glass right here. Massive glass. This is an absolute beast of a lens. It's heavy. It's like a softball. If you threw this at someone, it would really hurt somebody. This, in my opinion, is by far the best portrait lens ever. You get the most amazing bokeh with this. The backgrounds are super blown out. I'm gonna be inserting some photos in here that I've taken with this lens. It's not that great for video. You get all the focus noise. The focus distance is like a paper clip thin. Like, it's really shallow depth of field. If you're not super careful, like, you're gonna get out of focus images all the time. I love this lens for portraits. It's by far my most favorite lens. It's heavy, like the glass element on the back, I don't know if you can see that, but like, you have to be super careful. Everything's exposed back here. If you drop this, then it's game over. Like, everything's just exposed. Like, the glass is to the top of this lens. I've got it probably about 9 months to 10 months ago. I love it. I would not trade this for anything. It's super expensive. I wouldn't suggest picking it up. I would say rent it. If you're looking for a portrait lens that's, you know, your new portrait lens, or if you're a gearhead, I would say rent it. Don't buy it right away. It's not for everybody. Some people don't like it. I know a whole bunch of photographers that are like, how do you use this lens? Like, I don't like it. I know people who've bought it and then just never really used it and then turn around and sold it. It's extremely expensive. I think it's like, in Canada, it's like $3,000 almost. So it's quite the investment. It's kind of like a specialty lens because you're only realistically gonna shoot 1 or 2 different styles of photos with it, rather than like if you had like a 24-70, you could just slap that on your camera and leave it on your camera forever. It's based for portraits, in my opinion. With this lens, it's pretty much living on my camera whenever I shoot portraits or whenever I go out take photos of friends. It's living on my camera. It's simply amazing. I love it. I also had the 51.2, but I sold that and picked up this. I find this 10 times better than that. The 51.2 don't get me wrong, is an amazing lens, but this one is a little bit better. People say the focusing is really slow. In my opinion, it's not really that bad. Like, if you're focusing on something really close and then you're focusing on something really far, it's gonna take a while for, you know, the motor in here to move the glass and just, you know, be able to focus on something that's so far away. You know, if you're shooting portraits and you kind of lock focus and like your mouse only moving a little bit, then you're not gonna have an issue with it. It's just gonna keep snapping away and just, you know, super fast autofocus. I find people who are doing reviews on YouTube about this lens they're more of a technical reviewer. Like, yeah, it does take, like, if you're focusing on a squirrel on the ground and then you're focusing on a model or like a kid running around, yeah, it's gonna take a while. If you're shooting just strictly portraits with it and your subject's not moving around too much, then yeah, it's not gonna be that bad of it focusing. I definitely love the bokeh. I love the sharpness of this lens. I do use it kind of far back, not super close up. The depth of field is ridiculous. It goes down to 1.2, which is pretty much what I shoot at all the time with this lens. I mean, I didn't buy this specific lens to shoot at, you know, 1.4, 1.8, 2.8. Doesn't really do it for me. I bought this lens to shoot at 1.2, which is the only aperture that I want to shoot at. The weight doesn't get to me at all. I find that it kind of evens out the camera when I'm shooting, so it's not like the camera's not back heavy. I find it's like a good median in between the Canon 5D Mark IV and this lens. I find it like balances out the camera very well. It is quite heavy compared to other lenses. Yeah, so this is my favorite portrait lens. I love it. If you have any questions about this lens, please leave it in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. This lens is the beast. This is the king. This is by far the best portrait lens there is out there. Any of my recent Instagram photos, this is what I've been shooting with. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. That's it for this video. Peace.